Welcome to the Finance Storyteller series. The topic in this video is the Q4 corporate travel freeze. What are the pros and cons, and if you are the CFO, should you put one in place? Let's take a look. Business results are not what was expected. Revenue and margin are coming in below the plan, and management decides to take cost action. To stop part of the discretionary spending, they put in a travel freeze. It's important to be aware that travel freezes are largely symbolic. It sends a message to employees that cost control is important. In the short term, a travel freeze might save a bit of money on a line item in the P&L called travel and living expenses. But it doesn't mean you will hit your overall profitability target, as there are both short-term and long-term side effects that might be bigger than you think. If the Q4 corporate travel freeze is a ritual in your company that comes back almost every year, then employees will start to expect and anticipate it. If my meeting was cancelled last year in November due to a travel freeze, then this year I will make sure I have it in September, before the travel freeze takes effect. That makes this year's travel freeze a lot less effective. If travel expense cost control is really important to you, then why not put in place actions that work on a year-round basis? Are you using online collaboration tools? Is reducing your environmental footprint part of your corporate values? Is cost consciousness shared in your organization? Let's zoom out to the bigger picture. As a company, you probably have a strategy in place, and you have translated it into goals and objectives at the team level or the individual employee level. What happens to the chances of achieving the long-term strategy and the individual goals and objectives when you put a travel freeze in place? They go down dramatically. So is a travel freeze really worth it? Putting in a travel freeze might be penny wise but pound foolish. There's a dark side to the message you send out when putting a travel freeze in place. I don't trust you as an employee with making the right decisions, so I, the manager, will make the decision for you. Is that really the way you want to treat the talent in your organization? Speaking of trust, a travel freeze certainly doesn't establish finance as a valuable business partner that helps the business to grow. When you put an exception policy in place for getting travel approved during the travel freeze, you open up a can of worms with office politics and bureaucracy. Are only the management favorites getting travel approved now? You might be wasting a lot of valuable time having people fill in forms and participate in review meetings, when you should be working on the bigger purpose of your company. Human connection is key in building a successful business. Building up a relationship with customers, suppliers and colleagues doesn't just happen on the phone or in online meetings. Face-to-face meetings are important to build that connection, and in order to have that meeting, travel might be necessary. In summary, while a travel freeze could save you some costs in the short term, it might put your longer term strategy at risk and weaken the level of trust and connection. It probably does more harm than good. What is your opinion on the pros and cons of a travel freeze? Please comment below.